What's up, fellow Saiyans, and welcome back to another episode of our mini paints. Today we're doing Bishop. I like this character a lot. He's a mutant from the future, where mutants are hunted down by sentinels. That's what the M over his eye stands for. He's kind of like a Cable type person, always carrying big guns. He absorbs kinetic energy and can redirect it. So for his skin, we're going to use Monster Brown. And again, I'm using mostly, at least for the majority of this video, or of this miniature, I'm using Army Painter paints. But I'll get into some fluorescent ones from folk art later. First, I'm just going to cover up his face and his arms. In the game, he's actually pretty cool. He has a couple cards that let you ignore all damage and gain a combat action token, which is pretty cool. Alright, now once we got all the skin covered, I'm going to start with his hair, and we're going to use Oak Brown. And this video is sped up 8 times its normal speed. Usually one of these figures takes about 2 to 2.5 hours to paint. Now for his outfit, the blue I'm going to use is Crystal Blue. Before I started him, he was primed in uniform gray, as with all my Marvel United miniatures. Alright, once we're finished with the blue, we're going to use Crusted Soar. There's a couple like wires or tubes that are down below him that we're going to, on the base, that we're going to do. Now we're going to use Pure Red for some of the wires on top of that. as well as his bandana. Now for the yellow parts in his costume, we're going to use demonic yellow, which we seem to use for in like almost every miniature, I swear. I'm going to take a detail brush and touch things up right here where the yellow meets the blue. Now for the thing he's standing on, I don't know what it is, if it's like a generator or something, but we're going to use Necromancer Cloak for that. Or like a ventilation shaft or something, I don't know what the hell it is. For some reason, I don't know why this didn't go in the fast forward like the rest of them. Unfortunately, we have to sit here and watch this take forever. I can't believe I didn't catch this till right now. Why is fast forward not kicking? Here, the deal is I was using OpenShot for all my previous videos, but something happened where OpenShot is not exporting videos to my computer anymore. It like won't let me do it. So I started to use Clipchamp. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, by Microsoft, and like this was my first video using that editor, so I like, you know, that would be the reason why I may have missed it, but hopefully it's over soon. Wow, what is this? Amateur hour? And I ain't gonna cut this out. I'm too lazy to go back and edit this again. I've already had to mess with this video between the two editing programs. I've made so many edits on this stupid Bishop video, it's taken forever. So I'm just leaving this in. Screw it. Just hopefully, come on. Come on, Mr. Elite. Paint the ground faster. Hey, it looks like we're finally done with that. Thank God. Alright, for his gun, we're going to be using Shining Silver. And as you can see, we're back to normal here. Time for a little detail work. Touch stuff up. Now we're going to take ash gray and we're going to paint his weapon holster on his back. Next, I'm going to use Dragon Red for some of the wires below. Couple more touch-ups. We're going to use our Shining Silver to outline the X later. Just trying to make sure everything's nice and neat. Good line work. Now for his eyes and his teeth, we're going to use matte white. Now we're going to use gunmetal for the X around like the belt. I was thinking it was Shining Silver before, but I thought it was darker. Now for this back wire, where you can see that we used yellow and the red, we're going to use matte black for the top wire over. It'll cover up that mess. It looks all messy right there, but it'll look a lot better after this. I'm going to take the Necromancer cloak to put over the M. And then we're going to, once it's time to wash, we're going to take Strong Tone. And we're going to start with his hair. But of course, that's after all the paint's dry. We're also going to get the colorful parts of the base in Strong Tone as well. Then we're going to hop over to Soft Tone. And this is going to apply to the blue, the yellow, and the red. I'm just going to try to get it in all the grooves, in between all his muscles and everything. And I could see that I did pull it off the freaking camera. I know you guys can see. We can see nothing right now. There we go. Now you can see the finished result after, but damn. For the skin, we're going to use Flesh Wash, as always. Oh man, I pulled it off again. There we go. You can see a little bit of it. Damn. When it comes to washing, I need to pay attention. Now for his gun, the holster on his back, and the base below him, we're going to do this in dark tone. I don't know what it is about washing, but I don't want you guys to see it. Now I'm going to add a little more matte white to the eyes and teeth again. Now for his hair, for the highlights, we're going to use leather brown. We're going to dry brush it with a cheap makeup brush that I got at Five Below. Oh yeah. Now for the blue highlights, we're going to go with Void Chill Blue. And I'm just going to lightly, just gently brush over the areas where the light would hit. It's kind of easy if you still use the dry brush technique, but like you need to have a little more paint on your brush when you're doing it, so you got to be careful. Once we're finished with that, we're going to hop over for the yellow, and then we're going to use Moon Dust. Now we're just going to use pure red again for his like bandana, but it shows up nicely after it's been washed because the darker area, the creased areas are a lot darker. And then once that's dry, we're going to hop over. I have some glow paints that I bought from Five Below while I was there. Well, at the same time I bought the brush. So I'm going to try them out, and they're kind of more of like a glaze. They don't stick like regular paint does. It's more of like a real watery glaze, but it kind of works out for like a good energy. Like you can see I'm putting it on his side. Like its hand is going to be the main area that it's going to be glowing from. But I'm also putting this all over the side of his costume, on the base below, all on that side. Now I'm grabbing this purple neon paint from Full Cart because I'm going to be getting this ready. I'm just preparing some of that for now because we're going to do something else too. Because we're going to take uniform gray. Before I get to the neon highlights, I'm going to highlight the necromancer gray or necromancer cloak color. So we're going to dry brush uniform gray on top of it. The plan is to get these highlights done first on the base, so then I get to put the glow paint fluorescent colors on top. So I start applying another layer of the glow paint. And then I'm going to take this Full Cart glow paint, which is a little bit brighter and thicker, not by much, but it sticks a little better, we'll say that. I'm going to use this in his eyes and put a little on his hand as well. And then again, with the fluorescent paint, the glow paint that's like glaze, we're going to go over his hands, his arms, his side, the base. We just keep adding multiple layers to this. And it looks like he's glowing. Again, a little bit brighter. Add a little white to it, to the fluorescent paint. Apply it to his hand. And that's kind of what he's going to look like. We'll see a close-up here in a second. To catch like the full video, if you want to catch like these live painting sessions, follow me on Twitch or Facebook. Just look for Saiyan Elite. And here's the close-up shot. I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Subscribe to get notified of new episodes. And later, Saiyans.